What is up, guys? Welcome back to the show. I hope you guys are having a great day. Excuse me for my scratchy voice. It's been going for about 2 weeks now and I don't know what's going on, but today we're going to talk about the Blazers-Kings preseason game 2 and all the little takeaways from it. Just right off the bat, the Blazers had 8 of their main rotational guys out, and so a lot of people looked at this game as, hey, it's going to be a throwaway game. There's not much to look forward to, but it was really a chance to see a lot of the back end players play. And with any game, there's something to take away from it. For instance, there's players fighting for the last roster spot. And so we're gonna break all of that down. The Blazers regular season is 8 days away, the 20th versus the Kings. And so it's right around the freaking corner. It's right here. And I want to go right into it. It is a preseason game, so I don't want it to be too long of a video where I could talk about basketball pretty much all day. First of all, the starting lineup was Anthony Simons, Larry Nance, Jusuf Nurkic, and then CJ Elleby and Keljin Blevins. And I'm just going to keep it short. I don't know why in a game like this you give those guys minutes. I'm not trying to be harsh at all. A lot of Blazer fans are a lot harsher than me, but they're just not NBA level players. I would have much rather seen it go to Dennis Smith Jr. and Greg Brown. I think there was a stat where Keljin Blevins played over 20 minutes and he had not one stat. I think maybe he had one rebound. And then on the other hand, there was CJ Elleby where I saw someone commend him on his hustle, but it's like, really, your hustle's your biggest strength? It's like, I still don't know why he was drafted, and I still can't figure out what kind of player he is. Anyways, that's my rant on them two. I would have rather not have seen them play as much, but let's talk about some of the pros. Anthony Simons, okay? I just want to say he scored 24 points today, and he was like, I think 1 for 8 or 1 for 9 from three-point line. And so you're probably thinking, where did he get his points? Because he's an elite three-point shooter, and that's all we know him for. And his biggest weakness in the past was he had a fragile body. He was a noodle, right? He looked like a little teenager. But we're starting to see the maturity and the strength get added to his game. He had so many great finishes tonight, whether it was agility to get around someone or using contact to then create a finish. I really liked what I saw. We even saw some push shots, like some little floaters. And so if that can open up for Ant, man, the sky's the limit in his scoring ability off the bench. He's going to be a threat. His playmaking, he only had 1 assist, I believe, but the Blazers also missed a ton of threes in this game, and so maybe that could have been more. I thought he was actually did a little bit better than what the stats shown, but Ant, I thought, did a great job. Then the 2 other main guys that were playing, Larry Nance and Jusuf Nurkic. It was not a flashy performance. They didn't jump off the stat sheets, but you could see a lot of the differences that Billups was implementing into offense and defense. And I thought on the defensive end with both of them, we saw Nurk hedging on screens and then getting back to his man, where in the past he would hang out at the free throw line and guards would just come off the screen and, hey, I have all this space, let me just shoot it, let me evaluate what's going on. And Nurk was moving his feet well, not fouling, and then getting back. And that also showed Larry Nance's help defense. The rotations were really good. They rebounded well. Nurk was guarding the paint. Larry Nance was just disrupting people in the lane. He also had 3 steals on the night. And so I'm just imagining in my head, okay, let's pair those 2 with Robert Covington. And what is the ceiling for those kind of lineups? It got me really excited. And then on the offensive end, Nurkic was shooting open shots. If he can make those at a respectable amount, a percentage, right, it'll just open up the floor even more, because we know Nance is a 36% three-point shooter. He shot a couple, but what I really liked most about them, even with the guys they were playing around tonight, you could see flashes of their playmaking, Nurk's vision, hitting cutters. And one thing I like about Larry Nance a lot that he showed in this game is the ball doesn't stick to his hand. He moves it around, he sets the screens, he knows his role. He's not looking for his own shots. He's just a very smart, selfless player. I thought all the 3 main guys that played tonight did a great job. Now, for the guys fighting for that last roster spot, Dennis Smith, Marquise Chris, Patrick Patterson, and Quinn Cook, there was questions, right? Who's going to be that last guy? And personally, I thought they were all going to play at kind of this same level where it was going to be a hard decision to make. But tonight, one guy really showed out, and that was Dennis Smith Jr. I mean, he just looked a lot better than all the other guys out there. And sometimes he looked like the best player on the court. And for Dennis Smith, 23-year-old, bounced around to a lot of different teams after a great rookie season, but he's not someone that the NBA should just write off yet. Yes, he's been inefficient in the past, but there's still a lot of room to grow. And I think if he can get this last roster spot after his performance tonight, having the competition with Dame and CJ, having the coaching of Chauncey Billups and that mentorship, who knows, maybe some injuries happen throughout the year and he has his number called and he's ready for the opportunity and can show out again. I just think it would be, at this point, looking at the performances, he popped off the page. I think you have to go with him. Yes, he had a very efficient night shooting the ball, but his defense, his playmaking, he made a lot of great skip passes. It just didn't look like he was forcing it too much, and he looked good. He looked solid. He was shooting a little bit better, and what I liked is he had the confidence too. There was a couple times he got switches and he's like, okay, let me pull it back, I'm gonna size him up, and he was shooting with confidence on whoever was guarding him. He was talking, getting a little chippy with I think Terrence Davis on the Kings, and that's something that's been missing from the Blazers, someone with that dog mentality. And so why not take a chance on this guy? I've been someone that wanted a little bit more size and was looking at Marquise Chris, who I thought had a serviceable night tonight. I wouldn't, there is 2 roster spots available. If they do decide to use up both of them, Marquise Chris, Dennis Smith all the way, but Dennis Smith is a clear-cut favorite here. I know it's another guard to the system, but Patrick Patterson didn't look good, missed a lot of shots when he had the green light. He airmailed passes into the bleachers, just not good. Then Quinn Cook, we know what he's about. He can shoot the ball, and that's about it. And so that's kind of what I took away from that. I thought the rookies and Greg Brown, Trendon Watford, I would have liked to see them play more minutes. I think Trendon Watford has a lot of IQ. Some players are blessed with athleticism or shooting, but he knows his role. There was a time, one play where he was guarding a guy at the rim, straight up with the verticality, like little things like that. He got 2 steals that led to dunks for him, and he's not going to do anything out of character, which I love in a player. Then Greg Brown, we know he's the project player, the athleticism. He did look a little bit lost on offense, like, what do I do here? I'm just planted in the corner. And so having him move around a little bit more for easy buckets would benefit him well until he can develop more of a game. But on defense, you see a little bit of flashes here and there of where he could become a lockdown, fly swatter, whatever kind of guy you want to call it. And so I liked what I saw of the rookies. But lastly, just the coaching. You could tell there's a difference. In my opinion, on offense, I thought there was more ball movement. Now, we saw a lot of ISO and just pick and rolls, but I thought when players got the ball, it wasn't sticking there. They were moving it around a little bit and trying to create more motion. And I think when you have the main guys out there with Nurk and Nance who can play make, you're gonna see a big difference when Dame can screen for Norm and Norm's cutting back door and Dame's running hard to the ball. It's gonna be hard on defenses. And then on defense, a lot of different little things they were using, like I said, hedging on the screens, which I freaking love. Be aggressive and disrupt the other team. And so we're gonna see as this develops, but it looks like all the guys are kind of on the same page, which is a good sign. When you have your 14th man, 15th, 16th players doing what the starters should be doing, I think it's cool. It shows kind of a, the point is getting across. Everyone's on the same page. And so that was awesome. And I know it's preseason, so I don't want to keep it too long when I can talk about basketball forever. But in the comments, let me know what you guys thought. Just the thing you're most excited about for this Blazers season, who you think gets that last roster spot. And yeah, until then, you guys take care. Thanks for all the support. Have a great one. I'll see you on the next show.